Good morning. Welcome to Steelcase. I'm Bob Hendrickson, Director of Manufacturing for U.S. Operations. And with me is Jarrett Like, our Health and Safety Leader here at the Kentwood plant.
Welcome.
We're going to walk you through what we're doing here at Steelcase to keep our team safe. So the very first thing that I do when I come in the morning is I get my temperature checked and make sure I'm not sick. And if Jarrett wasn't here, I could self-check with this fancy device here. It shows that I'm 96.9 degrees.
And Bob, have you had a severe cough that started to get worse within the last 48 hours?
No.
What about shortness of breath within the last 48 hours? Muscle aches?
Nope.
Significantly more tired than usual?
Nope.
Any runny nose or nasal congestion?
No.
What about a sore throat?
Nope.
Nausea or diarrhea?
No.
Perfect. Sounds good. Welcome to the Kentwood plant. For new employees that are returning to work, what we do is we put them through some deep dive training into COVID-19. We also issue them masks, so when they return to work, they are up to par with what we do. What we have them go through is onboarding checklist, which covers a JSA, which talks about what kind of PPE and cleaning to do. And then we cover and train them to our cyclical standard works that talk about cleaning and frequency.
Okay, next up we're gonna walk through our front office and show you how we're handling that. You can see floor markings all along the floors. Here's one of our conference rooms. You can see that we've removed some of the chairs, made it very obvious where to sit, where not to sit. This room happens to have a capacity now of only 6. Each of our conference rooms has a sign like this, spelling out how many people are allowed. Next, we'll head out to one of the break areas. So this is one of our break areas. You can see what we've done to make sure people are separated and safe. At first, we removed 2 of the chairs, but then as we brought people back, we needed to solve for where do people take breaks. So we came up with this design and we made it in our own core machine area. And then another thing that we've done is we've staggered break times and lunch times, make sure that we don't have too many people in the break areas at a time. So now we're going into our nerve center. This room holds a capacity of 6 people. You can see additional floor markings. Normally the twice daily huddles hold over 20 people. And in this case, now we're only limited to 6 and the rest call in via Teams. Some changes that we've made in the nerve center. So we've got our safety, quality, delivery, and cost. We've changed our safety measurement from OSHA recordables to number of days without anyone with reported symptoms. And then this is our data. Our data tells us where our opportunities for improvement are. And in this plant, it's social distancing. So they actually measure the number of times that they have to remind people to stay apart, as well as some other things, mask usage, cleaning, training, things like that. And then they focus on the number one issue with a project on how can we do better with social distancing in this example. They also share those metrics in their huddle. And then each day at 1:30, there's a regional huddle with over 40 people where we also, each plant shares those metrics as well. You'll also notice that we've propped all the doors open for fewer touch points. This is Chris and Kalani. They're our planning team for the plant, so they schedule our factory. They also have a social screen because managers have to come in and interact and ask questions of them. Okay, now we're out into the production areas and we'll just take you through the plant so you can see what we're doing to keep the team safe. First of all, you can see floor markings all along the floor. You'll notice little details like we removed a gate here and instead we put a sign and a cone for fewer touch points. More Gene. Okay, next we're going to show you the cafeteria process. You can see the signage We bring everyone in one entrance and out another entrance so they're not passing in the doorways. So clear signage of how many people are allowed in the cafeteria at a given time. Rules for lunch, like washing your hands before you get food. Removed chairs from some of the break tables. And we put in a process for our restrooms to ensure that we don't have too many people in the restroom. So this one, employees just hang their badge when they go in and then they grab it on the way out. So we've got a process for the flow here, clearly marked on the floor. Again, preventing people from passing too close together. And on the right here is our HR and safety office. We've got a quarantine room. If anyone is showing symptoms, we bring them here. You can see in the HR office, we're using our social screens to separate folks in the office. You can see the partition screen separating operators that need to be within 6 feet of each other, everyone wearing masks. They do a wipe down process every time they rotate stations, as well as the beginning and the end of each shift. So they spray a product called Virex on any touch points. So thank you for visiting the Steelcase Kentwood plant. I hope you were able to see the protocols that we put in place to keep our team members safe. Safety is a journey, not a destination. What you saw here today, you would see at any plant around the world at Steelcase. Thanks for coming.